Hello and welcome back to WOW's Operation Replays. I've got Breast QW1 in his Lenin on Killer WOW with Chocolate, Amagi, Northco, Mainz, Shores, and Akizuki. Now, really good ship. Again, Lenin being removed for being overpowered. Yes and no. She's very weak against CVs and torpedoes, but very strong against battleships. My friend Devil was lucky enough to pick it up this last Christmas. He loves the ship, even though he spent $400 to go after it. Ooh, the Amagi's rocking the Godzilla camo. Beautiful camo. I just wish Godzilla was on the ship. That's the only thing I wish it was in battle, was that Godzilla was on the ship. Now he is going to go through the looks like the northern entrance, which is one that I don't usually go through, but I'm sure he'll make it work. Again, I've learned not to be too, critical, because we don't know what the end screen is going to be. He is honking the sword because he's telling the Amagi to get out of my way. And I totally understand that. Amagi is literally blocking him. He's trying to get into the port. I don't even know what the Amagi's doing. It looks like he's going to turn. He's all his guns. Now, if the Lenin shots are aimed right, they'll go right through that bow. And only 3,600. It's unfortunate. Mainz, and it looks like Shores and North Car going to the south. Chocolate going after Nuremberg. Looks like he misses with that drop. He really should be switching to the battleship, though. Looks like he is going to go after the battleship next. If he goes after the cruiser, then there's a little bit of an issue. He's switching his guns because he's going for to help his team on the south. Yes, the CV is going to go for the battleship. So kudos to him. Unfortunately, they're just ricochets. The shots were aimed right, but his damage may be, let's be honest, lackluster now, but we have to wait and see what it ends up being at the very beginning. Or at the very end. You already know what it is at the beginning. He does get a nice, 5K hit. It takes him up to 12,000, so that's always good. Can he nuke this Nuremberg off of there? Survey says yes. Doesn't get a pity Citadel, but still gets a Citadel. So he's up to 18,000. Now Gneisenau will just bounce. If he stays like that, he's just gonna take shells all over, and he's just going to get bounces, which is one of the main strengths of Lenin. Little overpins, not too bad. I'm curious to see what he does. Oh! That hurt. That was the Citadel there. Well, he's lost a significant amount of health. Significant. There's no questioning about it. And he can only heal back a little bit of health. So the question is, how is he going to make this health work? Does pick up the Barons. He's up to 66,000. Well, 67,000. We're going to round it up. 67,000. Chocolov's the only one in a position to really take the fight. He's kind of gone past that point of no return. And QW1, that's the only thing I would really criticize you on, is don't go past those two islands on your left. Other than that, you're doing really great. Just don't go past those two islands. That way you can go out and kill the reinforcements. That's the only thing I would recommend. But I am curious to see how your damage gets up higher. Because it doesn't look like none of the battleships are going out. The Amagi or the North Co may go out. Amagi really should be heading out. With the Mainz. So we'll see how and what happens. Because a lot can't happen. The good news is they have kept the enemy out of the Do Not Haven. That is the good sign. The bad sign is that only the Mainz and the Akizuki are going out. With maybe the North Co going through the northern entrance. If he does do that, it's a good sign. It's the fact that the Amagi isn't. That kind of worries me.
Reconnaissance reporting. The second enemy reinforcement party is approaching.
Now, charging in on a Baron is... It's gutsy. If he doesn't angle in, he is going to get Citadel. That's the only thing that worries me. He is angling in. Can he bounce the shells, though? Nice 18,000. He's got to outrun those turrets. Shores gets one torp. And he does pick it up on a fire. So he is able to survive. So, and it looks like in the south that killed the T-22. They're going to kill the Nuremberg's dead. So that's really good. That those two down there are basically, and with the help of the North Coast. With the amount of secondaries that are going up, it feels almost like it's a secondary build, but it isn't. And is he gonna get the kill? Nope. Takes out the fort and then turns in because of the torps. You know, people say that operations are repetitive. Yes, they're repetitive. But then if they're repetitive, then why do people keep dying then? How do people keep... Then every op should be a 5-star op. Now, repetitiveness was tier 6 ops. There was usually always, you know, 5-star ops, 5-star ops. Always, always, always. The only one that was different was defensive Newport. Why are people always bashing on ops? Is my question. It pisses me off. No Citadels, unfortunately. They all overpen. Now, he is at enough of an angle that if the Baron shoots him right now, he will get Citadel. That is enough of an angle. Unless the Baron turns more into where his shells will bounce. He still can't get partially Citadel because that's still pretty open. There's a shot. Fortunately, they look like they all in short. He does get a nice salvo on that Nuremberg down. Crosses 167. And it looks like the Akitsuki's in a smoke farming. Smart. Mainz is probably being out there the one spotting in for the Akitsuki to farm. So some really good teamwork going on down there. So those two down there are doing really phenomenal. Bounces the Baron shells. If that had been me, I would have probably taken the Citadel. Get the fire. Looks like it's permanent. Now, if it shoots him now, he could get Citadel. If those front two turrets turn. They've already shot, so odds of him dying is very limited. Akizuki does a torp reload. Gets like, looks like one torp. Now the question is, do those shells hit? They look good. Ooh, beautiful 22,000 on that. So, ooh, damage. Really nice shot. That helps out the southern guys a lot. I really hope they get the kill and not the CD, because they've earned it. Yep, they earned that kill. That was, they did really good down there, those two. I think he's waiting for the reinforcements. But a solid 5 stars on Killer Well. That's very good. And I know these seem like, oh, it's the same, it's the same, it's the same. Well, you'd be surprised the number of ops I play from tier 6 up to tier 8, and you'd be surprised on the number of...
in 5 minutes.
That's bad. That is very bad.
Reconnaissance reporting. Enemy
Nice 20... That was beautiful damage. The bad news is that rear turret going to turn in Citadel? Because in that range, I don't know if he's going to live that. Knocks out the torp tube though. Oh! Ow! He barely lived that. His team will pick up the Gneiss now, so he doesn't have to worry about the front turrets. Beautiful 7K on that DD. He came close to dying. He came close to dying there. He does pick up the DD. He ends up at 250K, which is phenomenal considering looking at his health. That he took massive amounts of Citadels going into the port and still managed to come out on top. So, very well done. Very well done. Great job.
Retreat now.
And that's what bugs me. Operations may be scripted, but a lot of performing sufficiently is based in game mechanics and knowing the ships and knowing how to play. And I think they're telling him to get back.
Reconnaissance reporting.
He's going for as much damage as possible. He knows, I think he knows he can make it. I really hope the CV makes it. Oh, nope, Akizuki dies, so they get it. That's unfortunate. They could add a tactical expertise. But 200 and it looks like 75K. We'll have to see what the final score is. Yep, 275. Significant amount of credits. And really decent ship XP. If he has a 21-point commander, that's going to be a lot of commander XP right there. And a huge amount. That's got to be a blue booster right there. Odds are he's running blue boosters all across. Maybe a red booster on the XP, but we'll look. C-Star, naturals, not C-Star assistant, not natural selection. Top of his team was 1624. Now, another thing is, this isn't a normal player. He knows what he's doing. And this is what signifies to me that ops go beyond randoms, co-op, temporary modes. QW1 here has ranked out into silver. He ranked out in silver. And that takes a lot of time and effort to do. Meaning that he knows how to play the game. He knows how to maximize his ship. So odds are when he went in there, he knew what he was doing. I may disagree with him on making that going past those islands, but he did significant more damage. He outdid both of his battleships. He outdid the Mainz and the Akizuki. And the Akizuki is also ranked 9 in Silver League. And his team was, they're mostly bronze, but odds are that Mainz has completed all of his challenges to get his steel and his doubloons and free camo. These guys know what they're doing. It was a good team. It's unfortunate they didn't get their tactical expertise. They deserved it. Now, in terms of what he took, yeah, he took, looks like a Citadel, double Citadel from the Gneiss now. And the Albert and the Port is what did all the damage to him, was with those armor-piercing shells. Those two shells took about half of the Lenin's health away. Still spotted 15,000 though, and tanked over 1 million. So really consistent damage, considering what he was damaging. Fires took around 14,000 of his health away, and then the HE took 18. He tanked a significant more health than what he had, or tanked a lot of damage compared to what he had. So that's always a good sign. Now let's look at this. Okay, so he was running a blue booster, so 1 million credits. Yeah, that was a blue booster on the XP. So on the free XP. So a decent amount on that. And it looks like he was running a blue booster on the Commander XP. And since it was a 21-point Commander, he gets 27,000 Elite Commander XP. And that just, it annoys me. There are benefits to operations that go beyond just the same old battle. And QW1 here knows how to do it. He's farming the free XP. He's farming the Commander XP. He's farming credits. And it's significantly more profitable to do it in ops because every game can be a victory. You're not wasting them in randoms. And that's the big thing, is that you aren't wasting boosters in randoms. You'll get significantly more in randoms if you get a win. You'll get a decent amount if you take a blue booster and lose on a loss in randoms, but not as much as you would as in, well, winning. Ops are a good way to farm all this out and get significant wins. And a day, you could probably make, with blue boosters, if you had enough of them, you could probably make as much as a normal randoms player could, with probably half the effort. So there is benefits to operations, and people just don't want to admit that, or they just get bored by it. And it just annoys me. But QW1 did a very beautiful game in the Lenin. Very beautiful game. So kudos to you.